viewers, Rectangular back with another review, this time from the Captain America Marvel Legends Infinite series. We have Soldiers of A.I.M. Baron Zemo. What's funny is that on the outside of the package they don't even mention who this is. We all know it's Baron Zemo. I'm thinking just to save cost for packaging, they just use the same package for this guy and the A.I.M. soldier. So we just get the one package, just says Soldiers of A.I.M. My guess is that they're going to be putting the A.I.M. soldier in the next wave with the A.I.M. soldier and the Hydra soldier in the next wave with the Winter Soldier, the Black Widow, and the other Captain America, the movie Captain America. So that's just speculation. I don't have proof of that, but same packaging that we saw from the previews, and I think it was at New York Comic-Con where they showed the packaging. It might have been actually SDCC, but it just says coming fall of 2014. Just like the Iron Man wave, it looks like we'll be getting those sooner than the fall. Hopefully in the next few weeks we'll be getting the last three figures that I already mentioned packed in with the army builders. I'm crossing my fingers with that because as you know, we all want to snatch up these army builders. So very cool packaging, very similar to the Star Wars Black Series packaging, which I will show here. I was able to snag another Boba Fett. So very similar in size as those packages. The only thing different is the extra cardboard at the top, which this also has a tag for the put on the peg. But very cool. Really like the new packaging. Get him out of the way, and just on the side it's got Captain America. That's the A-list character from the wave. And I was able to snag this guy at my local Target. Alright, let's go ahead and get him out of the package and get a closer look. So both agents of A.I.M. in the wave, the A.I.M. soldier and Baron Zemo, both come with the same Build-A-Figure piece, which is the right arm of the Mandroid. And this is what it looks like. Pretty nice. It's got some pretty cool gun barrels on the front there. Not a whole lot of paint applications, just black paint. Looks like it's this silvery metallic looking plastic. Very similar to the Ironmonger. Very, it's based on that sculpt. So you got the black paint for the cable piece, and black looks like it's a little bit shy on the edge there, but overall pretty good. It got a little extra piece of silver paint there. Looks like it could use a little bit more yellow on the stripes there, but not too much in the way of overpaint. So pretty cool. I like that. The other one looks almost as good. It's got a little bit of plastic still stuck from the mold on the barrel there, but yeah, I think they did a good job with this. So potentially we could build. I'm guessing they made it to where you can build when you get both waves. You can actually, if you get both cases from each wave, that you can build at least two Mandroids. So that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having one. Not so concerned about building it. Alright, let's go ahead and move along. Alright, here we've got Baron Zemo out of the package, and pretty happy. I think he's a pretty decent figure. Not without his flaws, but not too shabby. Let's see. just start off with the paint applications. I think they did a really good job on the color of the figure. It's really dark purple, and it's got obviously the darker purple or pink on his upper body there and his head. The yellow turned out pretty well. It could be a little darker, and it doesn't seem to match the same color as his boots and gloves. It's a little bit lighter around the top, so I might try to add another coat of yellow paint over those areas. But the lines turned out really well. If you own the new Black Panther, that turned out pretty well. At least the two figures that I have, they did a really good job on the lines, and this is no exception. Don't see any extra paint going into the eyes, which is nice. Nice white eyes there, and don't see any bubbles or ripples on the sculpt on his head, which is nice. Let's see. Otherwise, it does turn into yellow as it goes inside his sleeve. So that plastic might be yellow, which I don't know what the whole point of that was, but maybe so that it probably so it wouldn't rub purple off in the inside of his glove as you rotate it, or when it flakes off, it'll be yellow plastic under here and not purple. So let's see, that's pretty much it as far as the paint applications go. There is some shading in the boots. Probably not going to show up on camera, but looks like they are a yellow plastic, and then they put a darker coat of yellow paint over it, kind of similar to what they did with the Luke Cage in his like in his chest, where it's a yellow plastic with a darker yellow wash over it, which is nice. I really like that they went the extra mile with that, and not just a regular yellow plastic. You can see hopefully you can see the shading in the glove a little bit better there. It's darker on the inside and lighter on the outside, so I like that. So overall, paint, I'm happy with it. Sculpt, this is of course the Bucky cap mold, which is a very good base body. My torso is a little bit on the loose side, not major, but I kind of wish it was a little bit stiffer than that. The legs are quite stiff in the upper thigh, and same with the knees, and the boots. All good, nothing loose so far. Head, let's see if the head comes off. Yes, it is on a peg, a ball peg, so that's nice. You can put this head on a different Zemo, or if you want to use this body for something else. Comes off nicely. The paint on the harness. Now, this is where they kind of got a little bit lazy. The guns do not, his pistols do not come out. They are just sculpted pistol handles sticking out of the harness there. The paint does go all the way around to the inside, so if you're looking at it from the side or the top, you aren't going to see black on the inside of the handles, which is nice. The buckles, they did a pretty good job there. They do have some sculpt detail. I don't know if you can see the little bumps, ridges on the buckles. So that's well done. You can actually see the magazines sticking out of the pistols. You can see a little hole in the belt, so that's pretty cool. The buckle's well painted. No shading anywhere on the harness, which is fine. It does have some very small details there on the top and on the back. But that's pretty much it. I kind of wish that this this sash piece was a little bit different color, just so that it would stand out a little bit more. I think maybe go with a slightly lighter shade. It does look like it is like a purple plastic with a black wash on it, so there is some paint detail. I just kind of wish that, I mean, and I think this is the Marvel Now, the modern Baron Zemo, so I'm not too familiar if this sash is supposed to be the same color as the rest of his costume, or lighter or darker, but it just kind of looks, when his legs are together, he just kind of looks like a I don't know, like like a seal or something, because it all just blends. His legs just disappear in that sash. So I kind of wish that there was some contrast there. I wouldn't mind picking up another one and put a different wash on it, probably a lighter wash, and I guess they went with a darker wash. So anyway, it's pretty standard articulation if you own any of the new Marvel Legends. You know, it's got bicep swivel, rotation. It is ratcheted, which is nice. Like I said, his head, you can look all the way down, all the way up. That's really nice. It does have a really good ab crunch, so you can have Cap slamming him against a wall. Let's see, double jointed elbows, you know, bicep swivel, like I said. The gloves, let's see, the gloves don't, I guess he does have a forearm swivel, but it's really tight on mine. Don't want to go too crazy with that. Looks like it's the same sculpt as the U.S. Agent, and then he's got wrist hinge and rotation. Then he's got the Y joint, just like the Bucky cap. Pretty much all the new Legends based on that mold. So he's got an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, shin rotation, and ankle rockers go back and forth and side to side. Same sculpt, like I said, as the S.H.I.E.L.D. U.S. Agent body, and his sword, which I'll show that here. Very nice sword. Doesn't look like there's any shading on the handle, so that's the only thing, about the only complaint I have with it. Looks like there's a little bit of a sculpt flaw there, but it's very straight, didn't get warped in the package, which is nice. Don't see any silver bleeding into the top of the handle, which my knowledge of weapons, of course, is I always forget the name of that piece that goes on the top of the sword. I used to know. So, you know, if you're a stickler for detail, you might want to put like a black wash or something over the handle. Might make it look a little bit better. I haven't tested any weapons in his hand, but he holds the sword quite nicely in his right hand. Oh, let's see. Now I'm thinking of the Red Skull comes with the pistol. He just comes with the sword. And let's see. Let's pop that sword into his sheath, or scabbard. He actually doesn't have a scabbard or a sheath, just a loop in his belt there. So it is pretty close to his body. And it bangs up against the side of the belt there, so it does look a little bit awkward, you know, banging up against the pistols. So I kind of wish that they had angled it a little bit more, or brought it down just a bit, so it wouldn't look quite so awkward there up against the side of his body. But it pops into his hand nicely. And yeah, so let's go ahead and do some comparisons with similar figures. Well, I almost screwed that up. I forgot that he comes with a pistol. So the sword does fit pretty snug into his left hand, but you can get it in there without having to force it too hard. And the pistol does fit really nicely into the trigger finger hand of his right hand. And yeah, I have to agree with Sharmus Prime that it is pretty odd that they gave him this. I don't know if he called it I think a leopard skin print on the handle. I guess if you wanted to, you could call it camouflage, but yeah, it does kind of look like a leopard skin, and I guess it was kind of to be reminiscent of the fur lining that he has on his traditional costume, his classic costume. So I guess just to give him a little bit of flair and give him some paint detail on the weapon. You know, the gun doesn't have any shading just other than the on the handle there. And I could be mistaken. This looks like the same pistol that comes with the Madame Mask and Madame Hydra. I don't have those figures out at the moment, so I can't really give you a straight answer on that, but that's what it looks like just from memory. Alright, so a little bit of finagling. You can get it into his, you get his trigger finger and the index finger in there. There you go. So yeah, let's go ahead and compare him with some other figures. So here on the left we have the new Marvel Legends figure from the Infinite series, and on the right we have the old Toy Biz Marvel Legends Baron Zemo. And all I can say is huge improvement. Obviously the one on the right is the classic costume Zemo with the fur and the loose-fitting mask. But yeah, it's not a. I mean, it's got a good articulation, but just the detail just really isn't there, and mine feels like it wants to break. It's just really awkward. The sleeves are really bulky, and every time I look at it, it reminds me of the that one character from Fat Albert. I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and I remember there was a character who wore the stocking mask with the holes cut out so he could see, and that's all I see when I look at that figure. So very happy to get this new modern Zemo. And with that said, let's go ahead and compare him to another figure. And here we have the new Baron Zemo next to the old Toy Biz Face-Off Captain America, which is my personal favorite, and definitely one of my favorite Marvel Legends. And I think they look really nice together. The older Toy Biz figures are going to be a tiny bit taller than a lot of the new Legends, and I do have Zemo's, I guess their legs are about spread at even. But Cap, I would imagine, is probably a little bit taller than Zemo anyway. So yeah, I think these turned out really well together, and hopefully you guys liked the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe, please share with your friends, hit like, and I always love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you guys later.